two things have been flying through. I know, tell me the one again. Say it how you said it. Two things have been flying through. The one, I think it was showing dynamics of more like parents. I think it was just so I could understand. Oh boy. It was so beautiful. It was such a simple way to show us, like, we so often attempt to do, quote, the right thing, and we want everyone to be happy. And that is not possible. It is not possible. And I think they should as parents, because my understanding is we should rename that. Fuck up. We should rename that. Oh, you're now a fuck up. You're now officially a fuck up. You are now officially going to fuck someone else's life up, right? Where it's like we don't realize it. Of course, we're doing what we're doing, we think, for their best interest, but oftentimes we're doing what we're doing based on our fears. And so it's like no good deed goes unpunished in this understanding, where it's like, who you doing it for? Your example is going to be more dominant than your words. And so you have no idea what hinges they're going to make. You really don't. So it's like, you see parents who, there's a million theories out there, I'm sure, whatever. But you'll see these parents, they try all these different techniques of, if they get a divorce or if they don't, like, should we stay together for the kids or this or that? And it's like, and it's an attempt to understand what's going on in your little one's mind, which we can't do. We can't. They're perceiving what they're perceiving based on so many other mishinges. And so the best thing you can do is hold unconditional love for yourself and honor yourself, and hold unconditional love for them. And they're going to perceive it however they're going to perceive it. And of course, hopefully you can discuss it and talk things out, yet that doesn't change anything. You could say all the right things, do all the right things, blah, 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 and they're still going to have some other perception than the perception you think they have, right? So it's like, if you're playing your actions based on the perception that you believe they have, then you're also manipulating. And so you're trying to control their life. No, you gave them life, move along, right? It's this idea where don't try to control, don't try to manipulate, don't try to steer. All of it's fruitless, and all of it's going to end you up in the same boat, the same bucket of no good deed goes unpunished. Well, was it a good deed? Was it? Is trying to control someone else a good deed, right? The good deed is setting the good example, really, really learning how to love yourself, learning yourself, understanding these dynamics so you can release yourself and free yourself from them and live the life that you truly want and desire. Otherwise, you're trapped in trying to... What's ironic and funny is then you really are the show monkey. You're trying to control other people's perceptions and steer their life in whatever direction based on a perception you think they have of you, and trying to control that perception. You're the one who's playing yourself instead of just living your life. Because then if you're loving yourself, you're emanating love. You're looking out for your highest and best, so you're looking out for the highest and best of all. You're not intentionally doing anything to harm anybody else. Is it going to? Of course. No matter what you're going to do is going to harm others. This is why it's no good deed goes unpunished. But where's your intention? Is your intention to be perceived as the good guy and do the, quote, right thing, even though it's dishonoring you? Then the children are going to see, okay, we dishonor ourselves. We don't love ourselves. We don't do what's best for us. We please everybody else. And then you're like, no, that's not the message. What do you mean? That's the exact message. That's exactly what you showed me. So it's like, oh, I thought you were going to pick up this. Well, don't think what I'm going to pick up. You're not in my mind. You don't understand my process, my perception, my hinges, you don't get that. Just like I didn't get your words either, but I got your actions. I understood your actions. I saw what I saw. So it's like, you can't control that. You can't perceive that. You can't understand all that of others. The best you can do is to truly live your life from your heart, your authenticity, right? That's like the idea of live full out, like seize the day. It's all these things where, and even if that means sleeping all day, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. It's like, you have to really, really, really love you and honor you and get in your own alignment to offer your best for others. And then it's up to them. It's the idea of lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You can show them the best example, but that doesn't mean they're going to pick up that example either. It doesn't, right? They have to choose their life. They have to choose their decisions. They have to make the right decisions that honor them. They have to untangle their own knots and confusion and delusion. And the best way you can help them do that is by standing in your alignment, by continually your actions proving that you love yourself, you're honoring yourself, you're living for yourself. And so that they can see that example and go, you know what, I'm going to do that too. I'm going to love my life. I'm not going to have the regrets at the end that I was pleasing everybody else and then I bitched that I didn't get to live my life. Well, because you chose to please everybody else. Because you chose to be perceived as the good guy. You chose to be perceived as the one that everybody thought was so nice. But it wasn't nice to you. It didn't feel good to you. That wasn't fair to you. But that's the example you set. Don't be fair to you. Don't be nice to you. Be nice to others, but not to you. Give it out, but don't take it in. Give, but don't receive. Right? And that's a terrible example because a lot of us were embedded with that and we don't understand what we're doing or why we're doing it or why we can't untangle. And it's like, because you picked up a lot of subtleties that you didn't realize you picked up because you were picking up the example. You weren't picking up the words. And this is why the words don't match the actions and you're confused by them. And it messes with your mind. It really messes with your mind because you're like, I hear what you're saying, but you're not doing that. So you don't actually believe that. Or you're just not worthy. Or you're just not good enough. But wait a minute, I'm yours. So wait a minute. Right? Like it can really mess with your mind. And so they were showing that. But then they were also showing, I think through this, because I kept showing, it's like people try to be the martyr, they try to be the savior. It's this idea of like, people see people holding unconditional love. And I've shared it with before where it's like, they'll be like, oh my God, they're performing miracles. Or oh my God, they're whatever. And I can't stand that because it's like, first off, don't put that pressure on that human, right? That human worked hard to love themselves and emulate love from them. And it's like going back to witch hunts, right? People can take it in all types of ways. And it's not one, we're all vessels. Not one of us, right? Because then it's perpetuating the problem. It's perpetuating the old rhetoric that love will come from outside yourself, that God will come from outside yourself, that someone will come to save you. It perpetuates that problem when you call one single person the Messiah or God or godly or it's like whenever you, it's like bow down or praise them or like, do you hear what I'm saying? I don't think I'm getting the exact words they want me to. It's like whenever, because it's like we want to honor ourselves so that we can honor others. In other words, we can love ourselves so we can love others. It's all this, but it's like when people, it's like praise, worship, thank you. God, they kept showing all these images. I just couldn't figure out the word they wanted. It's what ends up happening is they end up worshiping and idolizing humans, right? Like they end up looking up to humans. No, we're all shoulder to shoulder down here. We're all vessels. And yes, it's our responsibility to do the work I'm suggesting where we love ourselves and figure that out. And so then you're going to have a higher capacity. Your frequency is going to be higher. We all have our individual essence of love based on our frequency. And it's like no two are alike. And some people stop at what they believe is the highest vibration because that's the highest they can withstand, right? It's, all these things. But the point being is, you've heard me say many times, I can't stand that people don't give credit because they're all regurgitating the same thing that was taught to us 2,000 years ago. It's like they're all just hearing it. And from before that and before that and before that. And so it's like, so we end up perpetuating the problem of people seeking outside themselves, waiting for that person to give them the answer, that person outside of them to answer them, that other human vessel to save them, to all these things. And it's like, no, stop. You're perpetuating the problem. You have to love you. You have to save you. You have to unlock you. You have to do that for you. And then it's like the more you unlock inside, the more you lift up, the more you free yourself of those lies and ties, the more you release your mind and open your heart, it becomes in unison. It becomes one. It's like your lower self and your higher self, so that you can reach. It is like the highest vibration of all. But again, it's like whatever your highest capacity is. And so everybody, it's like we're all part of unconditional love. It's all, but not one of us can hold all unconditional love. Does that make sense? It's like, because we're all part of this organism, right? It's this ecosystem. It's all, right? Oh God, it's hard to verbalize what they're showing, but I really hope you understand and hear what I'm saying. Because I was like, if you've been listening since the beginning, you heard me say all the time, like, it really bothered me that people didn't give credit back to all the teachings, and even before the Bible, and it's like all these teachings, they're all saying the same thing. It's like they call them prophets, or the Messiah, or it's like all, and it's then pigeonholing it onto one human, and it's like, no, they did the work, they opened up, they're a vessel, they're a channel. We are all that. We all have the capacity to be that. It's how much do you love yourself? How worthy do you think you are? What, like, are you doing that kind of work? Do you care to do that kind of work? But when others praise other humans, it's like right there they start to fall. They cement in the old belief that somebody outside of them is going to have all their answers. Somebody outside of them is going to save them. Somebody outside of them. And it's like, oh God, we just keep perpetuating this problem. And this is why people continue to have problems, because they're not loving themselves, honoring themselves, knowing they're worthy, understanding what that means. And then the ones that some of them do become cocky and arrogant because they're misunderstanding it. And it's a defense mechanism, Okay. Did I get out the two things? It's like the two things they've been circling. No, they still want me to go more on the other one, but I need to jump off. I'm sure we'll repeat ourselves again. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.